Hi, my name is Annamieka, and this is the Art Friends Show, where every conversation focuses on getting to know the essence of creativity itself. I'd love to invite you as well to join me inside of Art Friends School, where we go deeper into these topics and join in with other art friends around the world. Thanks so much for joining us, and let's get to the show. Welcome to the Art Friends Show. Here's an artist you're gonna love to know. Hi, I'm Annamieka, and this is the Art Friends Show where I'm going live every day, 100 days in a row, to create this new show where we make friends with our creativity and each other. It's sponsored by my mentoring program. I do mentoring for other visual artists and basically just your fellow art friend. So today's guest is joining us all the way from the Netherlands. I'm going to invite her in right now. We've known each other for a number of years, and I can't wait for you to meet. Oh,
Yay, it worked.
welcome.
Hi, Annamieka.
Can you tell everyone your full name, where you live, and then we'll get into the art?
Yes, I'm Nathalie Bonte, and I'm from the Netherlands. And I'm a painter, and I have mentoring programs for mostly women and courses. And I love art, and like you said, I know you for a couple of years now, so it's really fun to be here.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so fun to get to catch up with you in this format.
Yeah.
The best part of doing the show is getting to see people like you who I love, who we've really, come up in our careers together, and now people get to celebrate you. So Nathalie, you are a painter, and like you said, you really have this incredible knack for facilitation and creating courses and one-on-one spaces for artists. And let's see some of your work. I would absolutely love to see some of your paintings and hear about your process.
Yeah. Well, I mostly, excuse me, I mostly paint from inspirations, mostly from nature. And when I do landscapes, it's most of the time more abstract. So like this one behind me or the little one here. But I love to paint flowers as well. So I might be able to show you the smaller ones. And this one. So really, really, sorry?
I was just excited, so I was saying, yay!
Thank you. Yeah. So the painting process, you know what? I really, like I said, I really love to go into nature or get nature into my house. And especially now that it's becoming spring again, and I love those colors. And let me inspire by the structure of plants or flowers and the colors they have. And I combine it most of the times with music, because there's always music in the background, and I love to get in a flow and follow the music, the tones, and most of the time not the lyrics, but just how the music goes, and follow that with my brushes. So it's really an intuitive process that I'm doing, and sometimes it doesn't even become what I see in front of me. It's just something totally different, but that makes it really fun. And it's calming as well. Sometimes you probably recognize this, that you really in that flow when you're painting or drawing or doing anything else that is creative, that you just forget about time. Mm-hmm. And I love to call that just that art can be like a meditation. You don't have to sit on a cushion if you don't want to, but you can do something creative, and that's something that I notice as well when I'm painting. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, I feel like I have that experience as well, that my meditation practice is in creativity or in walks in nature, and sitting still on a pillow is sometimes elusive for me as a busybody. So I love that we're claiming that way of accessing a flow state. And I think of meditation as a place to really, be in a observer of what crosses through the mind, and then have that reminder that we are not our thoughts, we simply exist. And so anything that taps us into that is a way to meditate. That's really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do recognize what you say about going into nature. Just, it's a great source of inspiration, but when you are in nature, it has so many benefits as well. And I think we already knew that if you're a person that loves nature or a person that loves creativity, that it's so healthy and physically, but mentally as well. And I can. There's so much more information right now about that, about the substances that are in the areas where there are a lot of trees, and that it's a health benefit. And but even the quiet and going there for a walk and just let everything
Yeah.
be just how it is, even that is
Yeah.
lovely.
Totally. Yeah. Beautiful. So, Nathalie, I just want to hear a bit about the Netherlands too, because it's been so fun. We know each other. I'm in Oregon. You're in the Netherlands. The tulips are about to bloom here. We have a huge tulip festival here in the Willamette Valley. How about in Holland?
Ooh,
What's happening this spring?
yes, the flowers are really starting to grow here as well. And we have a lot. We have a lot. It depends where you live, of course, but yeah, definitely spring. And I love that. I love that because it makes it so
Yeah.
colorful, and it's so more accessible than in winter. So yeah, we are going in that season. That is my favorite season, and there's more light. And yeah, I think we have. We've been talking a lot, of course, and I think we have kind of the same weather and the same seasons. And yeah,
Yeah.
so I do
Yeah.
recognize that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to visit someday and see you and see Annamieka and see
Yeah, that would be
and
great.
see Lily who lives in Amsterdam. Yeah, so we have a couple comments here. Petra Vanderlem is saying, your paintings are beautifully quiet, Nathalie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Petra. Yeah, I know her.
There's another comment I
Oh,
saw
that's so
a
sweet.
bit ago. Beautiful, says thanks, greeting. Those
Ah, Karen.
are,
That's so
yeah,
fun. You're all
yeah,
here.
those are the people who are
Yeah.
watching right now in real time, and then there will be people who watch this once you post it as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
tell me about some of your teaching, Nathalie, and what you've created in your courses? I feel like I don't know as much about that.
Yeah, because yeah, that can be true because I started with just painting a lot. Um, but I have been working for 20, 25 years in mental health care and in education in schools with children and
Yeah.
families. And then I transferred into painting because I stopped doing that somewhere in the years. And like, I don't know, somewhere about 10 years ago or something, I decided that, I missed it too much. So then painting became a bigger part of my
Mhm.
life again. And but I do still love to help people. It's still in me as well. And I love to combine it because, like we talked about just right now, it's such a beautiful way of helping others and um, help them take care of
Yeah.
themselves. And it's mostly focused on self-care and what is self-care. And because it's such a big
Mhm.
word in
Yeah. The
current times,
buzzword.
but
Hmm.
yeah, it is. And to be honest, of course, you can explain the word. What is it? What are the fundamentals, and what is the basic part of it that you need and you all need? But in my opinion, self-care is something that is so personal, and you need something um, very different in certain moments. Sometimes you need the calm, or you need to sleep a little bit more, or all those things you hear. But sometimes you just need the energy, and you have to. Uh, you can invite a friend or go dancing and dance it all out, and Because what I hear a lot in my course or one-on-one guidance is that people think you have to rest and sleep, and that's self-care. And yes, that's part of it, but sometimes you need so much more. And because we are all running and doing our thing the whole time, oops, sorry, doing our thing the whole time, is that we sometimes forget to listen to ourselves and just take a moment and just be in that moment, take a deep breath and feel what you need. And I think that is self-care, and that is something that's really you can do that so much easier in nature. So in my courses there's always something creative combined with mindful living and nature, because those three parts are so huge. Because creativity is, like we talked about, it's calming you, and maybe like meditation, or just because you find so much joy in doing it. But at the same time, it's really a perfect way to just, how do you say that in English? To just help to express your emotions. Especially those hard emotions, when you really don't have any words for that at the moment, and it's hard to talk about it. It's just great to just splash it on and use your paints and get it out in a different way. Yeah, so that's in my courses. I combine all of those, and I have, I have online courses because I have an international public, where you can just look for yourself and try it out yourself and explore what is available. And I give all kinds of exercises, creative exercises, and sometimes I'm a yoga nidra facilitator as well. So sometimes that's part of it, or writing exercise, reflection, all that kind of stuff to help people to just explore and discover what is self-care for them, and how they can find it for themselves again.
It's so you. It's so you. And, to watch you fully claim your breadth of experience, the way that you're able to incorporate your long professional career in mental health and your own, personal art practice and your desire to cause these experiences for people. It's so neat to check back in with you and hear that you're really realizing that goal. You're really accomplishing that goal. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been on the really path of just, it was, it was something I had to explore myself as well, because I had to discover this as well, how to combine all those parts of me. And I'm really happy that I can do it now. Well, thank you for saying that.
You've been working towards it for a long time. And let's talk about it was so exciting, and it feels cosmic the way you were published, like a whole article published in a magazine, and it was just about a year ago. And then we didn't plan this, but it was, your interview was scheduled today, and it was a year ago that came out and was announced. Can you tell us a bit about that experience?
Yeah, it was so fun to see, because like you said, we didn't plan it. It just popped up again. That I love those magazines that are all about creativity and art, and this Uppercase magazine is just one of those that I really love. It's so inspirational, and I really want to talk about what it all can do for you, and how healthy it is, and how you can combine different things. Creativity isn't something very different than what I learned at university when I became a school psychologist or a family therapist. But sometimes they see it as two different things, and I was thinking, I would love to bring their light to that subject. And because I loved Uppercase, I decided to write and to tell about what I do and why I think what the importance is about it. And I think that the issue was about nature and flowers at the same time. So that was perfect for the things that I make. So that combination, I just sent it in and hope that it would be published. But you know what? There are so many artists that are so qualified to get in there and get published. I didn't think I would be in there. And well, I got the news that I was accepted for one of the magazines. And, you know, I got a whole page, and I'm so happy about that because it's, like I said, it's so important to talk about it with each other. And so I'm really happy about that.
It's so cool. That's the kind of thing where, you know, we really just need to apply to these things because your perspective, Nathalie, is needed and welcomed, and to have you featured in an article to talk about your work, more people can then find you and they can collaborate with you. And as it was a celebratory moment, and I wanted more people to know about it. So thanks for sharing about it here. It's really cool.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing. Yeah, I saw it that you shared it on your Instagram. That's so fun that we can, you know, we all have a goal as an artist or whatever work you do. Doesn't matter what career you chose, but you know, to support each other and instead of thinking, you know what, I want it all for myself. We can do it together.
Totally.
So,
yeah, I think there's like times, I know over the last 10 years in my career, I've had times where I've like more like this, where my energy is really about connecting and building community. And I've had times where I've really internal, like needed to just kind of incubate my ideas, and there's definitely a cycle to that. And I love getting to know other artists who, you know, you and I are very different in some ways, but I think our innate kind of desire is to hold space and just like love on people while they do their thing. And so it's also really normalizing to watch the cycles of your career as well. Yeah,
that's definitely true, and it's so good that you're mentioning it because it is true. And sometimes in your life you just need some time for yourself, you know, and sometimes it's really small that at the end of the day you're being so busy, and I have kids, so and I work, you know, or it can be something else that you're taking care of your parents or whatever. The reason is that you are really busy, and it is really good to listen to that you just need some time for yourself, and even in the creative process as well, that you just you know, sometimes you don't even want inspiration from the outside world. You just want to experiment and just go and see what happens on the canvas or on paper or whatever you do. Yeah, and it's really
yeah, totally.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna wrap this one up. What time is it there right now?
It is almost 7 p.m.
And it's 10 a.m. here. And I just appreciate you making the time for this Art Friend conversation. And if anyone missed the beginning of this is Nathalie Bonte. She lives in the Netherlands, and she's a painter, and she also facilitates courses and does mentoring, and is just, as someone observed, has so much of this, what did they say? Like, it's quiet beauty. You have this quiet power. You're really a beautiful facilitator. Oh, and you're a yoga teacher. All the things. Many things.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. And thank you for facilitating this. I love that you're doing it. Inviting all the colleagues.
Loving these. And it's really helping me create the next thing in my career. So thanks for.
Yeah, can't wait to see that. Yeah.
All right. Mwah. I'm going to end it, and I'll just debrief with you in the Zoom, okay? See you. I'd love to have you inside of Art Friend School, where we go deeper into these topics. Follow the link that's in the show notes or find it on my website at annamieka.com.